I used to hate binomial expansion, but I've learned to love it, and here's how you can love it too. Well, I mean, love is a strong word, but when you get a question like this, we're just going to first of all cite this formula. And now we're going to label our variables. So notably we've got t, k, n, a and b, and we're looking at this here. So this is a, this is b, this is n, and t and k we'll come to in a minute. So for now we've got a equals 1, b equals qx, and n equals 10. And now we want to find the first 4 terms in the expansion. Now if you get a question like this and it says 3 terms, you can just stop after 3, that's totally okay. So what we're going to write for the first term is going to be t0, because we're starting from 0, in this case k equals 0, and then we're going to do n, which is 10, over k, which is 0, a is 1, n minus k is going to be 10 minus 0, b is going to be qx, and we'll put it in brackets, to the power of k, which is again 0. And now we just solve this. So this term here might look a little funny, that's okay, we're just going to use our calculators for this. Eventually you will be able to do it in your head, but it's okay to use a calculator. So on mine I go to catalogue, probability and combination. But depending on your calculator make, obviously it will depend. We now have this weird looking C symbol. So what we're going to do is put either side of it 10 and 0. Now I know that this is going to come out to be 1, but if you want to use the calculator that's totally okay. So we've got 1, and then times 1 to the power of 10, which is just 1. And then anything to the power of 0 is also 1, so it's times 1. Hence this term equals 1. So we already have our first term, we're already getting somewhere. Then we go up to the second term, so we're going to do t1, because we always start from 0, equals 10 over 1, or 10c1, 1, 10 minus 1, qx to the 1. So let's do this, 10c1, I can tell you that's going to be 10. 10 times 1 to the power of 9 is 10. And q to the power of 1, x to the power of 1 is still just going to be qx. So times qx, which is going to give us 10qx. And that's our second term. So we already have our first 2 terms, we just got 2 more to go. And it's the same procedure over and over again. Now we've got t2. 10 over 2. 1 to the power of 10 minus 2. qx squared. So now we've got 10c2. Now I'm going to use my calculator for this one. That will give us 45. This term is still 1 because 1 to the power of whatever is going to be 1. And then we've got to apply the squared term to both the q and the x, so that's going to give us q squared x squared, which comes out to be 45 times 1 q squared x squared, which is 45 q squared x squared. I've only got one more term to do now. We've got our first 3. If your question says give the first 3 terms, you can stop there, but we're going to go on to the 4th just to show you how it's done. Of course, it's the same thing again, surprise, surprise. t3 equals 10 c3, 10 minus 3. I have written 10, but that's fine, we're going to blow past that, don't even worry about it, not a problem. qx cubed. And now let's do this. So we've got 120 times 1 times q cubed x cubed, which is going to come out to give us 120 q cubed x cubed. So now we've got all 4 of our terms. So our first term is 1, then our second term is 10qx. I think I just drew on my desk, but that's fine, we're not going to worry about that. Then we have this term, and then we have this term. So now it's very simple. All we need to do is combine these simply by adding them. So we've got 1 plus 10qx plus 45q squared x squared plus 120q cubed x cubed. And that's it. That is all you've got to do to solve this question, and that is your final answer. And that's full marks. Thanks very much for watching, and have a lovely day.